this look, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, but we got like really shimmery eyelids that are really vibrant with color, and it just catches attention. But you have so much color on your face too. It makes it so much fun, so much more festive, especially with all the holidays coming up. We have like Eid coming up, so like I might wear this look on Eid, who knows. We have like us brown girls, we have so many events to dress up for, and this, like, you know, with our outfits being so heavy, sometimes it like overpowers like our entire look. But with a look like this, no one is going to miss your face. Like, no one's gonna even be looking at your outfit. So like, I mean, of course you want people looking at your outfit, but look, like this is a makeup look to remember. And if you wanna see how I did this look, keep on watching. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. All right, so I'm just gonna go and start with my eyes. Pat McGrath shadows tend to have a lot of pigment, and the shimmer shades, like all the baked shades and everything, they all tend to have a lot of fallout. So to avoid cleaning up on top of like a nice base, I'm just gonna do my eyes first. And I went ahead and put on the L'Oreal Infallible Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Oat. I'm probably not going to use this on my under eyes today because it is a bit bright. But this is the perfect concealer to get my eyelids prepped. Such like a long day. I'm just drinking all my coffee right now. It's not like I have to sleep or anything after this. Set my face with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm tapping off like all of the excess and like also dabbing it into the lid. There's like a whole bunch in the air right now, but I'm just gonna gently tap this down. You don't want it too set where your shadows aren't going to really stick, but you want it set enough where you don't get patchiness, especially when you need a nice blend. Next, I'm just filling in my brows, and I'm using this Absolute New York eyebrow pencil, and it has like the really small tip, which I really love. It's not like hairline, like hair-like strokes. It's like just a nice precision tip. But I've tried so many other eyebrow products, and I'm just not a fan of other products. I've been using this one for years, and it's super affordable. So this is just a staple of mine at this point. Today I am going to try out the Kosas Air Brow Clear Lifting Treatment Gel. I guess it's just like a brow gel, but I'm not really into like gluing my eyebrows down to my head all the time. I just kind of want something just to hold my brows in place, because a lot of times I'll get to the end of my makeup and some of my hairs just start pointing downwards. But let's see, I used this earlier today, but I need to use it a couple more times to get my thoughts on it. So stay tuned for that review. The palette I'm using today is from Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Bijoux Brilliance eyeshadow palette in Lunar Nightshade. And this was like a limited edition release, but it is available on revolve.com. And I saw this and I immediately just like fell in love, because look at this color story. This is just me in a color story. And when I did this look on my TikTok and Instagram, I got so many requests. So this is why I'm doing this in-depth tutorial. And it's a lot easier than it looks. I'm actually going to start off with the Pat McGrath bronzer in the shade Nude Honey to warm up my crease just a little bit, because the eyeshadow palette itself has more brighter and vivid colors, and I always like to have a nice like shade, like a transition shade going on, just to make everything blend better. But these bronzers are amazing. These are like my number one, well, we'll say competing for number one, like luxury bronzers. The other one is from Hermès, which I actually will use on my complexion today. And you can see this literally just blends like butter, like just minimal effort, and it's really nice. Time to get started with this palette. I'm using my fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going in with a light hand with this purple shade, and I'm going to just start adding color to my crease. And you'll just see these shadows really just just melt into the bronzer that I have in my crease. And this is a very like glamorous look, so I am going to be building up the color quite a bit. But look how gorgeous that is. Pat McGrath's color shades, like color stories, are always so beautiful. And I am so excited to get my Petalmorphosis palette tomorrow. Like, my goal, I want to film and edit and post the same day. So we'll see what happens, you know. Depending on when this video goes up, I may have another video posted the same day. Just out of excitement, I just want to play with the palette and just show you guys. So as I'm doing the crease, I want to make sure I have color on both my outer corner and my inner corner. And for me, just dabbing the color on like this just gives me like the best payoff, and I can just focus it exactly where I want it. Okay, I've got a nice blend going. And don't be shy to like really take the color out. Like, these shadows just blend so beautifully. And if you really want like a bright eye look that pops, especially in photos, you really do need to take it out, because I really, before when I do my makeup and I wasn't sure why my shadows weren't showing up, it's just because I just wasn't bringing it out enough. Like, it was just all hiding in my crease. I'm switching to a brush that looks like far more like thinner and dense, and I'm gonna take this like light blue shade, and I'm basically gonna sweep this all over my lid. And these are like such magical shades when it comes to like Pat McGrath and her shimmer shades. I mean, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but like, look, so pretty. But I'm just gonna put this all over like the center of my lid. But this is like the main color I want to focus on. The other colors in this palette are going to be for bringing dimension to this eye color. Almost feels like it has like a cream base, but it's not like a cream formula. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, I've never used shimmer shadows like these in my life. Like, for the Pat McGrath, the Mothership palettes, some of the shimmers do have this texture, but not all of them. Like, the baked shades aren't like this at all. But it's just her formulas are so different from other like eyeshadow brands, and they're just so nice. And I'm going to carry this into my inner corner just a little bit as well. Dip into this darker shade right here. It's like a navy blue, and it has like multicolor pigments, but I'm gonna put this on the outer portion of my lid, all the way to the corner out here, and blend it into the blue. And then also into the inner corner like this, but just a little bit. We don't want to deepen this corner too much. But yeah, see, this just makes the center of my eyelid pop. This eyeshadow palette just brings me so much joy. Like, I always loved makeup ever since I was little, right? But I did not have the means nor the time to film like this and play with this makeup. But now I do, and I'm so blessed and so here for it. Because, I mean, this is so fun. Clean my brush off, and I'm gonna dip into this pink shade right here in the middle. I'm going to place this like on the inner portion of my lid, but I'm dabbing it more like the inner / center of my lid, because I don't want to completely cover the blue. But this is going to like pull out the center of my lid. Wow. Can I just cover myself in this shadow? This is just bringing like an extra glimmer to the inner part of the lid, even with this darker shade in the corner. I'm going to take like a denser, like smaller blending brush and dip back into that first purple shade. And I'm going to like, see how I have like the glitters kind of ending and into my crease? I'm going to use the brush to kind of blend in these shimmers and kind of continue, like soften that edge up and bring it up a little on my upper lid. Like that. Now using the purple here is going to make sure the colors don't get too muddy into the crease. While you're blending this out, you don't want to pull out too much shimmer from the outer corner. Otherwise you're gonna lose that depth on the outside. But if you do, or if you just want a little bit more depth, just go back in with your flat brush, because I do want a little bit more depth. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. I'm going to grab that brush and dip into that dark shade and just pat on a little bit more color. Yeah, see? I just love keeping the depth with this look. I'm just going to soften that up again. Yeah, this just brings like the right amount of shimmer into the crease, so it doesn't look like you have a harsh line where your crease just, or the glitter just starts. Look at that. Use that like denser crease brush again and dip into the purple shade and just smoke out my bottom lash line a little bit. The way these purple and like navy shades make brown eyes pop, like wait till you put on lashes. Just wait. Switching to like a pointed crease brush, and I'll dip into like that dark blue shimmer shade and smoke out to like the outer portion of this eye. these eyes. There's quite a bit of fallout, but that's totally fine. That's why we did the eyes first, and we didn't mess up a really pretty base. Go ahead and color in my waterline. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in Baby Scott Black. I also just went ahead and did my eyeliner. I used the one from By Terry. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it's just a good old felt tip eyeliner. I'm getting ready to put on my lashes. These are from Shop Mercier, and these are the 3D Mink lashes, and my go-tos are Jackie. I use this like all day, every day. These are just great, and they're super affordable. And then this is like a little hack, a random little hack, but I put like glue on one of my lashes and I stick it on those creaseless hair clips. Just, it holds it up. It lets me put on glue on the other one, and then right when this is done, I can put this on, put both of them on really fast. My lash glue sets, I can clean up my cheeks a little bit. I just have my micellar water in like a pump bottle. Grabbed a little cotton round. I'll just kind of clean up this area. Just like that. And I didn't ruin any base or anything, and this is just way easier than doing my base first and worrying about any shadow fallout. Okay, I just got my lashes on, and I went ahead and put some mascara on my lower lashes and my upper lashes just to blend them in a little bit, but that's all for the eyes. Yeah, lashes really just change up the whole look, because we went from, it's a very trust the process type of look, but once you put on the lashes, it's just chef's kiss. To start my base, I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York Lumi Matte Foundation. I'm using the shade 128. This one is a bit tanner than me, and the undertone is a little off, but it's not too bad. Like, I feel like during the summer this can still work, but I'm just dabbing like maybe half a pump and spreading this all over my face because I don't want like crazy high coverage. And this is actually like a thinner foundation, which is nice. It makes it easier to work with, but I'm using like a flat, dense brush, and I'll just tap everything in. This actually is like nice medium buildable coverage because it's so thin. This doesn't cake on me, and I always go for like matte foundations, but now I have been liking mixing in other things to get like a nice glow. But this foundation does give me that in just one product. I'm taking just like a little bit extra and using a smaller brush to get areas my bigger brush couldn't reach. So like around my eyebrows, kind of clean my brows up a little bit. But I'm trying not to get product in my eyebrows, but right in between, I always miss product around here. So having a smaller brush like this really does help. I'm not going to try to get too close to my under eye because I'm going to be using a different concealer, and I don't want to layer on too much product because I am someone that cakes really easily. But going to get good around my nose and any other spots I may have missed. I don't want to use a brightening concealer today. I just want something, like I do have a bit of redness underneath my eyes. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer, and I have the shade 2W Light Medium Warm. This is just a good like coverage and just like ever so slightly brightening concealer on me. I'll let this sit for a hot minute, and then I'll blend it in with a brush. Going in with my fluffy yet dense brush to blend out the concealer, and I just dab so I don't move around the product too much. But I will bring it to my nose right here, and it just kind of helps snatch my nose a little bit. This just gives such like a nice, like flawless finish. I don't have any weird harsh lines or anything, but the Estée Lauder, when it comes to their foundations and concealers, you can never go wrong. They're just so beautifully made, and this is such like a light feeling like concealer. I don't get creasing or caking with this one. Contour, I'm doing the sides of my nose. That's so crooked, but it's okay. My brush to kind of fix that shape up. And I'll add more product to my forehead, my temples, and then just under my cheekbones to contour and warm my face up. And of course, just below my chin. And I'll use a brush just to kind of blend everything together. And this, like, I don't really contour my forehead really because like I don't really have a big forehead, but it's more just to warm everything up. And I feel like it just looks more put together when I have my entire face bronzed. But I'll use this brush to kind of, I really want to focus it on the perimeter of my face. Always warm up the bottom portion of your face as well, because if you're nice and warm and bronzed and snatched here, you want to make sure that carries down your face. I don't wear enough cream blush these days, so I'm going to go back to using my Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, and She Goes to the Gym. This is the only one I have currently. I do want to get She's Seductive, but I haven't had that time. But I'm just going to use like a stippling brush and just go in with the cream side first. I know Patrick likes to do powder first and then cream, but I just really enjoy the other way around because I just like everything nice and set. I'll just go in, and I usually focus my blush from like where my eye is right here and outward, and I will bring it up to my temples a bit. If you do want like a nice luminous finish, like a glowy base, do it the other way around. If you want like a more matte finish, which is what I want, I'm going to set it with the powder blush here. But if you want the glow, do it the other way around. It's gonna look really nice. Now I'll go into the powder side, and these are a lot more pigmented than my usual blushes, so I'm gonna go in with a light hand, yep. Yeah, but this shade is so pretty. I need to use this more. I normally go for like my MAC blushes that are more buildable, but this is just so nice. It's just more pigmented than what I usually go for, but this is just such a beautiful color. I need to pull this out more often. I always put some on my nose. That's just part of my signature style at this point. Now time for bronzer. This one is like a more recent find for me, but I really do love it. You can definitely use other options, but this is just what I'm going to use today. This is from Hermès. It's the Plein Air bronzer, and I have the shade 03 Sahara, and it's just so like beautiful. This is, so my top two blushes or bronzers right now is this one from Hermès, and then all of the bronzers from Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath bronzers were like my #1 for ages, and this came along, but I think they're different enough where I could like both. This one just has a bit more of a glowy finish where it looks almost like a natural tan that you can just paint on, which I love. And the Pat McGrath ones have a more matte finish. So I think they're different enough where they can both be my #1s for my high end. I have a couple of ones for drugstore, but that's not what this is about. I've got my face nice and warmed up. Ugh, the way this bronzer just sits, so beautiful. Do you need this bronzer? No. But is it really nice? Yes. And do I think it's worth the money? Also, yes. Go into the rest of the areas of my face. I still have some shine. Like I'll set my under eye and also kind of blur out this line that I got from like where the blush ends and my concealer starts. So just doing a little bit at a time. And I'm just really trying to mattify the center of my face. So even on the bridge of my nose right here and my forehead. I don't have a greasy or oily forehead. It's literally just my forehead itself. But it's okay. This powder does a really beautiful job. And this is just one of my favorites. I'm waiting for like another sale to come up so I can buy more. And to let you guys know, I do keep an eye on like sales, and I do give people heads up when I see like a good deal with some of my favorite products. So TikTok and Instagram are going to be where you can see that first, so you can follow me there. But I also will upload on YouTube Shorts. It's just TikTok and Instagram always sees everything first. But went ahead and mattified. I think I am happy with that. Look how pretty. I don't think I originally used highlight with this look, but I kind of do want a little something on my face. So I'm using this Sephora Face Trio, and this is in Gleam. And this is really the only highlighter I like. I just really like subtle glow from within highlighters, and it's literally this middle shade. It doesn't even look like a highlighter. But I'm just placing that on my cheekbone, just a little product at a time, and I'm gonna blend it in with my brow bone. And this will just give some added dimension. Just putting my highlighter like right where my brow bone ends right here and onto my cheekbones. And then a little bit on my nose, a little bit more. Really nice. My look is very pink heavy, and like I have like the pinky purples just all like happening. I want to do like a more pinky lip than I think I did before. So I'm actually going to try out the ColourPop lip pencil in the shade Me again. I've never actually used any ColourPop lip products, so here's my first impressions, I guess. So, ooh, okay, it's really creamy. I wonder how this lasts. Okay, the shade is like perfect for this look. It's very pink. Yeah, that's a really pretty shade. Like that just looks perfect with the eyes. That's such a pretty pink. I feel like this is like a very Barbie pink for my skin tone, right? I feel like if I went with like the OG Barbie pink shade, it would just be far too light. But look at this. Very bright, but like not like in your face bright. Keep it going with this bright pink. I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. Oh, this is a new one. I just snapped it open. I thought I had one. I guess I lost it. And this is the other one. Look at that. That's so pretty. This is a lot of color on my face, but this is really pretty. Okay. This look did end up being a bit more vibrant than what I did before on my TikTok and Instagram account, but I mean, I like this version a lot more, especially like with the holidays, like any holiday coming up. Like I have Eid coming up. Some people have Diwali, Holi, anything. I mean, even your birthday. My birthday is actually this week. But I have a different look planned for that, and I probably will film it, so you'll probably see it soon. But this is just so fun. Like, I just try to have fun with your makeup, play with more colors. Like, I feel like these days it's really hard. Like, you just don't see many colorful makeup looks as often. But anytime I do see it, it just makes me so happy. So just give it a try. If this isn't your typical type of look, just kind of play with a little bit of color, because you never know how much you'll like it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a little comment below. Tell me your thoughts. And if you want to see my face more often, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I upload multiple times throughout the day. And that's actually where this look was first. But you'll see me a lot there, but I do post on YouTube Shorts. It's just TikTok and Instagram sees it first. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.